All right, second half of the day has already begun. We've got two best of threes to kick things up, but the very first one is already an elimination match. Onic PH, no one would have expected them to be in this position. Area 77 facing off against some of the best teams already from the get-go. If there was a time for an upset, it would be now to spark hope in NA. But Filipino fans all are looking at the world champions here at MSC 2025 at the Esports World Cup to come back into form.
Now that you mention it, Gideon, what if they actually do that, no? And that'll be so hard on Onic because the biggest upsets were taken against them, if that were to be the case. But, I mean, let's see, because I feel like both of these teams, their intentions are pretty clear. Just burst down whoever you see for Onic PH, Area 77. They might want to attempt to do the same because they have a lot of pressure, especially with their roamer or through their roamer, which is Joy Bodge. But whether or not they're able to do that, that's gonna be the question. It goes back to what LaFell says about you have to be confident.
Hey, you need some confidence in your team, man. I'm seeing that fear come out of you. Don't let it. Onic PH, they got this, right? I would imagine. But Area 77 have proven that they are able to, press buttons well. They're able to team fight against their opponents. It's just finding those leads within the game itself. Now, looking at the emblem set, seems very standard all across the board. Killing spree coming out from the side of Shiro, very confident of him, but more importantly, from the side of ISO, he needs to win this lane, right? He's already taking the quantum charge. He's also making sure that he has Master Assassin against someone like Kelra, who, again, mystery shop, he doesn't even want the tenacity. He's like, all right, if I have to give out the laning phase, that's fine, but give me at least 12 minutes and it's over. Oh god.
Instead it's Hunter who gets the tenacity. Fortunately he does, because those are instances wherein you definitely need a little bit more tankiness in your hands, considering that it's not just King Kong, also Super Friends. Maybe this is why there are no Farsas being picked, like the Kadita bands, the Kaguras, they can come out a lot more often, so maybe teams are being more cautious of that.
I don't know what scrims have been showing for both of these teams, but it's interesting if this is truly what they were looking to play. Now, King Kong, he gets out of there and Ureshi's able to peel back, but it seems pretty chill for now for both sides. Nobody wants to make that first blood happen just yet.
Not just yet. Super Friends, though, doing a great job at scouting where the other members of Area 77 are, but look at that ejector getting denied by the title strike, and somehow Brusco gains access to the turtle. Joy Bodge, the first to fall. Ureshi trying to zone out the other members as well, but that's already one pick off. Flicker, Dark Wave coming in from Clark, but Shiro somehow finds a way to steal the objective. Brusco might just get punished here, but Ureshi at least has the flicker.
Beautifully played by Shiro. Finds the one frame he needs to get the Traceless off and weave in his retribution to steal that turtle from King Kong despite getting attacked by so many members. He stays pretty healthy throughout it, right? So he can maintain his jungle farm. And this is what we were looking for, right? The natural way to kind of speed up your jungler, especially when you have someone like Jawhead. Use those Spark missiles, leash for him, speed him up, clear it fast, and then look for opportunities across the map.
Yeah, so this is probably a different way to look at it for Area 77. If they're just literally playing around Shiro, then that doesn't change much of what they want to do of playing aggressively from the very beginning, because even the first objective went into their hands. Oh, but they used the Unstoppable Force and the ejector onto Kirk. Will they have enough damage to take him down? It seems like they do. They just answer what we mentioned right off the bat.
Yep, they have a clear idea. Now, Onic PH have to answer back. We need to see some kind of retaliation. ISO will have to try and outplay. Keep in mind, he only has Purify.
Oh, will he get to find a way out of this Lycan bounce? But look at the ultimate coming in from Super Friends. Still somehow dodges it. Even the Phantom Execution won't get to take him down. Brusco gets punished instead. That was a massive outplay coming in from ISO.
Beautifully played. The yin-yang overturn coming out from Super Friends wanted to collapse on him, but he quickly purifies it, rolls out of the way, uses the extra movement speed plus quantum charge perfectly to dodge the damage. Nicely done from ISO. This is what we've been waiting for Area 77 to show that they can not only push buttons, but more importantly, they can go toe-to-toe with the best.
Yeah, those are some plays that you would expect to see from the likes of Kelra too, but ISO, too good at pressing buttons. He just needs to stay this way for the entirety of the game because he's going to be one of the major factors as well of how the next few team fights are going to pan out. But Another thing is Joy Bodge. She's doing such a great job at finding those ejector plays, but it seems like they've tried to go for him first. Yin-yang overturn again, burst him down, but will Shiro once more get this this turtle. It seems like it's a no, but will they fight back? Because Onic PH, they will respect and disengage.
Nicely done from Onic PH. The lead is still within the hands of Area 77, but they now are forced to respect the motions from Area 77. Take out Joy Bodge first. Don't let him escalate the scenario. They've already got a tier 1 on top side, and they got outplayed by ISO. They cannot afford any more disrespect from Area 77. Now, in terms of how Onic PH is going to be looking to escalate, they've got some really good combos on their side, right?
Yep.
Yin Yang Overturn plus the Tsunami Slam is a great way to kind of make sure they guarantee a kill. And not to mention that a majority of the members from inside of Area 77 aren't running the Purify, right? They're running Flicker.
Oh, but Joy Bodge can't just go for any target. Can't just go for Super Prince. There's still the Ratio Umbrella Flea, as they call it, to get away and somehow purify the ejector. So that's the thing. I think Onic PH, it's great that they picked up this Kagura because it serves as their main source or way to find where Joy Bodge is gonna come from, and the plan to just keep taking him out is clearly working in their favor, especially now that their main damage source is just coming from Shiro. But speaking of, King Kong somehow finds him here up top, but Ureshi's within the area as well, so they'll somehow get to help him unless Brusco tries to do something, but I don't think he will.
Not yet. I don't think they have enough damage with just King Kong alone. Plus, it's a two-pronged attack, right? You're attacking that top side, you see where Shiro is, the mid lane is suddenly missing. Could he be bot? Could he be top? It's better for Area 77 to just sacrifice the turret on that bottom side, which is actually really good specifically for Kelra. It unlocks him from the lane. Now he's able to double wave off of the mid as well and participate for the upcoming turtle fight. Now, this turtle fight is going to be interesting, right? I feel like Area 77 shouldn't be the ones initiating on it. I feel like ISO, his first item though, he decides to go for the halberd. So he has anti-heal, which is, yes, it's good against shields, which is great against Super Prince and as well as Kelra. I'm pretty sure that King Kong is going to go for his traditional bruiser build. I don't know if he wants to go for full damage just yet, considering that his targets are pretty squishy. But here we go.
They don't find anyone. Brusco, with the conceal, walks away from the range of the ejector, but the Sanguine Claws catches to Brusco, misses the title strike, and Ureshi disturbing everyone from behind, but this might just be the time for the Salmon Force to show off. Brusco is the first to be taken down, however. Hunter is next. Kelra still dancing in between ISO and Joy Bodge, and look at the damage coming in from King Kong. Phantom Execution also committed. Ureshi using the flicker, trying to take down Kelra, but he can't do it alone.
The experience is starting to show from the side of Onic PH. They are together. They understand every aspect of the fight. They see the full battlefield because Area 77 ended up splitting their forces into two. Shiro understood, oh man, I can't get on top of Super Prince, but I think he needs to work alongside ISO. Because watch this fight, right? Ureshi knows what he's doing. He's on top of King Kong. Shiro moves away as Hunter gets blasted, but notice that ISO specifically is targeting Kelra, right? Let's say he wasn't targeting Kelra. Let's say he finishes off these kills on the end of Onic PH like Super Prince. They need to make sure. Right now in the early game, wait, hold on.
Yin Yang Overturn committed ejector onto Kirk, but he has the Infernal Pursuits. However, Brusco's the one who gets punished. So they get to defend this mid lane turret for Area 77.
Why did Onic PH so desperately want to push them out? I mean, they were working on the minions, and honestly, they got pretty close to breaking that mid-tier one. I get that if they broke that mid-tier one, it opens up a lot more options, but at what cost? It's basically gone, but they've already sacrificed the initial lead that they took back from the previous turtle fight.
And it's interesting to see that it's actually a very, very small gold lead that exists between these two teams, because even in terms of map control, Area 77 is doing a great job. So maybe despite these early item decisions, these pickups, it's more on the macro that they want to play after all, up until that moment wherein they feel that they can really decide to start the fight themselves, because as you mentioned, I feel like that's not a good decision, especially if there's King Kong who can burst down your crucial heroes like that.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's going for Bruiser build this time. I think he's going for raw damage. He's got the Hunter Strike and the War Axe already. He's level 13 9 minutes into the game. Shiro is keeping up with him, and we saw a couple of 1v1s happen on the top side of the map, but now majority of the ejectors have been spawning on the bottom side. A little unlucky for Area 77 because these fights have not been easy. Oh, interesting. Clock of Destiny purchase from the side of Hunter. He decided to complete the Gleaming Gem.
Well, I feel like there's a bit of tankiness there too. If you complete that, but the ejector will be committed onto Kirk. There's the flicker, but it won't keep him safe. There's the Zaman Force as well coming in from Kelra. Tries to burst down Shiro, but there's the Traceless as well. And that's after they got the Lord for themselves. They still lose a member when maybe they couldn't have not gotten a catapulting, and now King Kong might be next because he gets caught by the Lycan Bounce!
I thought ISO was gonna die there. He got chunked by 50%, but it's not over. Ureshi is able to hold on, and finally the mid-tier 1 collapses. It's a breathing moment for both Onic and as well as Area 77, but honestly, Shiro's probably smiling. Is like, nice one, ISO. Now I get to be the one who gets an eventual level lead.
Yeah, I mean, the Lycan pounds from the Rogers sometimes puts him in a dangerous spot, but during those kinds of situations, it's just a sure way to chase and kill whoever you're trying to take down. And in that moment, it was King Kong who unfortunately found no way to deal with it. But at least for Onic PH, at least for Kellera, it seems like he just has his eyes set on the turrets. Probably a bit of pushing back the members of Area 77 too through the Zaman Force, but Onic PH, they have to keep it together a little more, because I feel like it's great that they're playing it aggressively, but Area 77, as you mentioned, even if they don't start things, they have good ways to punish or turn things around.
Yep. Now ISO, third item already complete. He's got the Wind Talker, he's got the Sea Halberd, he's also got the Endless Battle. With that being said, yep, he's got more than enough damage to start 1v1ing some of the squishier members. King Kong is doing a good job, but here's the thing. Onic PH don't scale as well as Area 77. And I feel like right now, unless we see like big mechanical mistakes, you whiff on a kill, you don't use your iframes in time from the side of King Kong, the big punishments from Area 77 are really devastating, because Hunter, he's been eliminated pretty early on in these fights thanks to King Kong. But now, as we are going into the 11th minute, and I think by the 13th minute, Hunter is going to be a huge problem for Onic.
That's Hunter, Shiro, and ISO, who you have to consider in terms of scaling from Area 77. Whereas for Onic PH, yes, the burst damage is there, but once you commit the combo from Super Friends, you pair it up with whichever setup Brusco decides to go for, and it's unsuccessful, things are not gonna be looking too good for them. They respect that Joy Bodge might just go for the setup, and it might be this time their turn. Phantom Execution committed by King Kong, tries to chase after Shiro. There's the Zaman Force, takes down ISO. A beautiful pickoff coming in from Onic PH. Super Prince committing the Yin Yang overturn, but they'll settle with that one pickoff that they got.
Look at the footsies from both of these teams. Taking space, giving up space. We see the initial movement from Area 77's Conceal to get access to not only push Onic PH out of their own jungle, but to walk to their wave. And I think that's the problem, right? They could have just waited a little bit longer and the wave would have naturally pushed in their favor. Onic PH punishing ISO specifically for that. And now it's a 4v5. Unless we see Area 70 really drag this out, I feel like Onic PH can really take their sweet time with this.
Yeah, Shiro and Joy Bodge are both coming from the sides. Brusco probably looking for an angle. There goes the title strike! He will be finding the Tsunami Slam onto Shiro, and that's going to be a massive problem now for Area 77. Joy Bodge popped his immortality as well, and the Lord will go into the hands of Onic PH.
Beautifully played by Onic PH, and now it is crunch time. 8-8 with the current kill score. With a Lord in their hand, they're looking for inhibitors. They're looking for all the outer tier turrets. And worse yet, Kelra has fully scaled. He's got a concentrated energy, so he doesn't mind taking a couple of hits, maybe from a Lycan Pounce, maybe from a single Traceless coming in from Shiro, but he cannot afford to get CC'd by the Sanguine Claw or even the Turtle Boat from the Mountain Shocker.
Yep, and it seems like they're doing a great job at just forcing reactions out from Area 77, already taking down the inhibitor turret in mid, even before the Lord gets to approach the base, but Joy Bodge nearly catches Kelra just in time. There's the Tsunami Slam as well, but will they have enough follow-up damage? Yin Yang overturn. Here comes King Kong as well. Joy Bodge might not survive, and they're actually trying to buy some time, but King Kong shuts him down.
King Kong's so good at maintaining those War Axe stacks. The true damage is too good, but now the Lord at full health with no inhibitors. Kelra's going for the end.
It's a Zaman Force just to take down the base, and Onic PH take game number 1. Woo!